Okay, something weird happened, but here we are. So you log in with your Muzi email address. If this pop-up doesn't show up, sometimes you have to refresh the page, and that's annoying, but it is what it is. So here we are. So you would log in with your Muzi email address, but like I made some fake users named Sheena and also Sheena in order to demonstrate the stuff to you. So I'm going to log in with the first Sheena, right? And we wait a little bit, and then this board comes up. Now, when you log in with yourself, you're going to see your issues, your tickets. But this Sheena only has these two issues over here. There isn't really much going on. And you can see that you can interact with this. You can see like this one has this bold border around it. That means that it's like a goal worth pursuing, and getting it right, getting it closed means I've like hit a milestone, I've done something significant. This one doesn't have that border. It means that like you should do it, but the reason you're doing it is because you're working towards a different goal. So like always try and hit your goals and do whatever it takes to get there and to get there well. So then you can see that there's a bunch of different tags and things like that on here. So if it says goal, that's what I was just talking about. You can see this little squiggly thing and a 1. So that's kind of how hard this thing is considered to be. That's not accurate at all. That should be a much higher number, I think. Password check is much harder than the level 1 programming katas. But that's what that number means, it's difficulty. And then on top of that, you'll see these other tags. It's like password checker, okay, it's got to do with TDD and error checking. Wonderful. It's probably also got to do with regex, regular expressions. But that tag is missing. Cool. Then you can see that it has a bunch of buttons on it. So if I click on view content, then it takes me to this familiar page where I can see what I'm supposed to do. I can also click on project details, and then it'll tell me all of the things about this project. It's like, okay, cool. You haven't got any reviews yet, and this is basically what it looks like. And you can see that there's an assignee and there's a reviewer. Same thing here. It's assigned to sheenaoconnell@gmail.com, and then the reviewer is sheena@prelude.tech. So I'm going to show you this human stuff as well. But basically, like if you're here and you're working on a project, then you can you can interact with it like this, and they're blue if they're yours. Then let's take a look at this one. I think this one has a repo. Yeah, so this one's got a repo, which is cool, and I just like took somebody else's repo and attached it to my card so I could show you this. But basically I can go there and I can look at the repo, and that's great. So yeah, so that's good. Now what I'm going to do is open another tab, like one of those. All right, so now I'm going to log in with my other user, and that's at Tilde. Okay, should be Tilde front. Wonderful. So here I am again, and now I am the other Sheena. That one. Cool. And the first thing you'll notice is that the cards here are a different color, but they're the same cards. Whoa, they're do that. They're the same cards, right? So level 1 programming katas and password checker, and they're the same. You can see that the assignee is this and the reviewer is this. So basically, if you've got a card that you're supposed to do yourself, then it comes up in blue. And if you're supposed to review somebody else's, and it comes up in this like weird yellow. I might make a better color. You guys can suggest a better color. But yeah, so at any point in time, like I can see the same stuff that they can see about it. So I can go to the project details here. I can look at this person's repo, and I can make some comments about it. Now you'll notice like the buttons are a little bit different. So this person has a request review button, and this person has an add review button. So like usually you wouldn't add your review right now. Yeah. So how does this fit into what I was talking about just now? How does this fit into like code review and UAT and things like that. So basically, since I'm the reviewer of these projects, right, that means that this human, when they do work on their repo and they make a pull request, then this human is going to review that pull request. But that's not this. This is more like UAT. This add review button, it's more like UAT. So like basically once somebody has like committed code and they've got their stuff merged and they think that they've like hit all the requirements, then it's time to request a review. So remember that when you're trying to merge stuff from your feature branch into the master branch, it's just about making the master branch a bit better. It's not necessarily about finishing the feature. It's about like getting a little bit closer to the feature, making the branch better. So the first like user flow that happens is this person will they'll look at their own repo and they'll make contributions to their own repo until they think that their repo is great, until they think it like hits the target or like even overshoots the target, because like sometimes some of the projects have extra challenges associated with them in case you want to just like learn something new or do something harder or just like show off, because that's kind of fun too. So once you believe that your master branch is in a state where you're like proud of it, you're like, sweet, cool, I hit the requirements, you request a review, and then the card moves across to the review column, and that means that like now you're going to stop making pull requests. You believe that you've done enough. Then this person here